in 2011.
We've got Sheldon Carter here from Digital Extremes. We're going to talk about The Darkness 2, which is coming out later this year from you guys, and 2K Games. You've got the world premiere before E3 even opens of one of your demos. So tell us a bit about The Darkness 2 and your vision for this game.
Yeah, I mean, with Darkness 2, what we wanted to do is a couple things. We really wanted to make the experience about kind of this up-close and personal combat. So you've got these two demon heads from the first game that people loved. We want to really grab enemies, rip them in half, kind of show them, you know, the whites of their eyes before you rip them apart.
So you got the demon heads, you got the two guns,
that's right,
quad wielding.
That's right, that's what we call
it. All right, let's take a look here at some quad wielding in Darkness 2, but how does this start off here?
So what we're doing right here is we're setting up kind of where Jackie is. He's a mob boss. It's 2 years after the events of the first game. Jackie's now the Dawn of the Estacado family. And basically here we're setting up, you know, a couple things. One is our graphic noir, which is our art style. As you can see here, all the textures are hand painted. We really want it to feel to you when you're playing the game that you're playing a graphic novel. And the other thing we want to sell is just kind of that feeling of mobster. You know, like you want to feel like you're a part of the mob, they're your family. So this is Jackie kind of starting out on a night on a town.
Something's about to happen though.
I feel like I need to be quiet here.
All right.
Hi, Jackie. Remember us from the Candy Club? Well, do you?
Sure he does.
Sorry, ladies. Didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
Oh, shit! Jackie, get down!
Jackie. Go to the dark.
Jackie, you stay with me now. Oh, shit, look at his leg. Vinny, we got company. You guys take point. I'm gonna pull Jackie out back. Jackie, listen to me. I'm gonna pull you out back. You gotta take this. Get these guys off our ass.
Ah, fuck! Vinny, I'm gonna slaughter these fucks! Oh!
All right, so now we're into action with just one gun to start. You're gonna pile it on.
Exactly. We have to build it up, right? So, so Jackie's got, you know, this is the shooting that you're used to in first-person shooters. You know, you've got a snap aim to lock onto your enemies, shooting through this restaurant. But of course, you know, the key thing here is that Jackie's been pinned down. He's being dragged by one of his buddies, and he needs to get to the dark in order to release the darkness. So part of the gameplay here is kind of fighting your way through the restaurant until you can release that darkness.
Is this literally the start of the game?
This is right near the beginning of the game. Yeah. So up to this point, Jackie's kind of been keeping the darkness bottled up. It's 2 years after the events of the first game, so he doesn't want to always be having this demon talking inside his head, right? He's been pushing it down, but you know, events conspire against him and lead him to actually have to pull it out again.
Wow. All right, so we're going to go through this restaurant and then release the darkness with it.
Yeah. And like you were saying, you know, we're going to start off with the single wheel. We'll show you how we bring dual wield into that, and then bust up the demon arms as well.
I mean, you know, the demon arms and all those elements, we're going to obviously see them in a minute, but from a control perspective, I mean, how are you changing the way you sort of control, you know, because that's one of the challenges with 4 appendages.
Yeah,
how do you
absolutely,
make that work?
Absolutely. Luckily for us.
Connect abilities? No?
That's actually with your friend. You know, your friend stands behind you with the arms and you shoot with your hands. Yeah.
Every game has to have connect.
Right. So for us, what we're using is we're using the bumpers for, you have a slashing demon arm and you have a grabbing demon arm. So bumper for each of those arms, and then that corresponds to the triggers underneath for the left and right triggers. So it kind of works like that. So we'll give him a second here and we'll show you how some of the dual wielding works. And we have true dual wielding in the game, so it's not like you're, you know, you're just picking up 2 Colts or 2 Uzis. You can kind of mix and match.
Up to 2 guns.
Yeah, up to 2. That's right.
Now, how much of the game are you going to play with sort of, you know, all 4 of the appendages?
You get that kind of right off the get-go. I mean, that's the base level of power. Base level of power of the game is, you know, being able to slash and grab anything you want and shoot both guns, or you know, use a 2-handed weapon as well. Okay.
So then how do you sort of upgrade the character? How do you keep the gameplay interesting throughout the rest of the game?
Yeah. I mean, that's something that we're actually really excited about for E3. Our demo at E3, we're actually showing our progression system. So we're showing you kind of how you level up, how the powers work, and those types of things as well. Although quad wielding in and of itself is pretty crazy just there.
I'm sure there's more and more to come. So we're in the restaurant here, and are we down for the count? Or
well, I mean, here comes the bomb. And what we did in this demo, what we're showing you is a little bit of the introduction to the story. So there's a man who you're seeing here who claims that he can take the darkness from you. So
let's listen in here.
Yeah.
It can control, and it loathes the sight of an intelligent man who can control it. Now I'll ask just once. Will you give me the darkness of your own free will?
Why don't you try and take it since you're such a fucking genius?
If you read anything but comic books and menus, you'd know there are rules. The host may only give up the darkness by choice. I'm afraid I have to help you make that choice. Mr. Peevish, if you'd be so kind. Watch this, pretty boy. It's your own personal snuff movie. The darkness made you watch your girlfriend's murder. Your first meaningful act as its host was one of submission. Face it, Jackie. You can't control the darkness, and you never could. Best to give it back to the people who can. That stream of dark essence flowing into the siphon tells me you're already thinking of giving it up. Let's see if I can grease the wheels of that decision.
So now it's time to see the demon arms.
All right, we've been waiting for it.
Here they
Sheldon.
come. Build up.
The darkness is released from within. And you're with them now for the entire rest of the game?
Well, there's some story beats. I can't give away
You might
everything.
happen to just lose them, right?
You ain't so scary when you're on fire! Oh, fuck! What the hell is that? You see that? Fucking off!
All right, so both appendages are ready here for action.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is getting pretty bloody early on.
Yeah.
You can grab guys, bring them close to you, and then send them out.
You can throw them, you can execute them, and then with the grabbing demon arm, you can do all those things, including weapons. We're going to show you a couple quick tutorials here on how to use it, and then we'll kind of unleash the Symphony of Death, which is basically using both the arms and the guns at the same time. So
It's called the Symphony of Death.
well, that's what I call it.
But, all right.
Because you hit a lot of notes.
I like that name. All right, so you're going to go through here.
Yeah, so now he's picking up some rebar. You're going to see an enemy.
So the arms can pick up things and then throw them at guys.
And throw them at guys, right? So there we go. And pin them to walls.
Yep.
And then you can go and rip out their hearts.
Uh-huh.
All right, so let's go eat
I
that
think you
heart.
do a little connect voice for this, right? You know, call out your arms. Can your arms
Call it out
respond
as
to
you go.
voice commands?
Lefty, do this. Righty, do that. Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, that may be able to work. All right, so you're going to go through this hallway here.
So that's grab, and now we're going to show you slash. Slash is really neat because you're using the right bumper plus the right stick, so you can slash in any direction that you want. So we saw a little bit of that.
I see, so there's a little bit of movement there, that
right,
left
that's right.
stick, right?
That's right. So you're flipping, you flip them up, flip them across, and you can slash like that.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, but the grab demon arm, like I said, is not just for grabbing enemies or grabbing objects. It's for grabbing enemies too. So what we're going to do here is show you an enemy, and depending on where we grab them, you get different executions. So you grab them here, execute, and we call that one a wishbone.
Okay.
So there's many of those in the game that you can unlock. What we're going to do here is just kind of run out there and show you quad wielding at its finest.
In the city. Now, where is this game taking you? Is it all set in the same city?
It's set in New York, which is just like the original was.
Yep.
And I can see here Dan's got a car door. He's holding it as a shield,
yeah.
and then boom, you can cut off a guy's leg by throwing it.
This is one of these things where I'm sure people look at it and say, like, it looks really cool, but it seems very, complicated to have, 4 appendages, picking things up, throwing them. It's pretty natural to play.
It really becomes, you just become kind of accustomed to using your 4 fingers, right?
Okay.
And you're just kind of, they're your natural extensions of your power.
You're
as you're
triggering
playing.
things, pointing,
Exactly.
bullseye, pick up the car
Pick
door.
up a guy, quickly, pull him in, do an anaconda through his chest.
Wow. Now, the enemies you're going to be facing in this game, obviously you're going to be facing, real people. Are there other things you're going to be facing off against?
Yeah, I mean, I said we were doing progression at E3. We're also showing our new enemy types. So the man who's trying to get the darkness from you, we're kind of showing his organization. And they kind of have knowledge of the darkness and how light and dark works. So they know that, the best thing against Jackie is light.
Cool. All right, well, right before we wrap it up, Justine, is there a question over on Twitter for Sheldon?
Of course, we've got a bunch of questions here. Actually, one from Facebook from Matt H. He wants to know, is Mike Patton still the voice of the darkness?
Absolutely, Mike's back, and we're really excited to have him. Hearing his voice taunt Jackie through the game has been outstanding.
All right,
it's kind of my personal dream to work with him, so it's awesome. Yeah.
Good to have him back. All right,
Yeah.
well, thank you very much,
thanks,
Sheldon.
Jeff.
It's
Appreciate
great.
it.
Well, we got, Justine maybe has some more questions. Justine.
I've got a ton of
All
them.
right,
People
you
are-
got to tell me, Justine.
They are tweeting up a storm.
All right, what's
we
the next
have a Twitter question here from Hordekin2. They say they love the dual wielding. What is the largest weapon you can dual wield?
The largest weapon you can dual wield. That we've revealed so far. I guess right now you can dual wield 2 umps, and there'll be a little bit more that we'll let you know about in a bit.
All right, Sheldon.
Yeah.
Justine,
Do you want some more? You want some more?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a few more since you asked for them.
All right. Josh M on Facebook says, what new powers does the Darkness 2 have?
They're asking. You guys are asking me all the E3 questions, all the things that we're showing. Things we're showing.
Justine's trying to get the scoop, the exclusive. I've trained you well, Justine.
Yeah, they're coming soon. But I mean, in terms of, the demon arms by themselves are an amazing power. I mean, when you can grab fan blades and cut guys in half, grab rebars and spear them into things. I mean, you've got a whole set right there.
All right, Justine, this is going to be your final question, so make a good one.
Well, Jeremy P. wants to know what challenges have you guys had during the development to expand the story and characters?
That's a big question.
Wow, yeah. We're really lucky. I mean, Darkness 1 was written by Paul Jenkins, and he came back and he's written the second game for us as well. So we had this kind of really intricate story that was kind of the natural extension of the first one. So we're really excited. I mean, come October, we're coming out for all 3 platforms, and people will be able to get that whole story then.
Excellent. All right, well, Sheldon, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much.